Creamy, tangy, silky smooth, and crowned with the brightest lemon curd you've ever tasted. This lemon cheesecake will smack you in the mouth, and you'll like it. Welcome to the Cracked Mug. This is a brilliantly bright lemony cheesecake, rich and delicious. It looks like a lot of work, but it's not. I'll show you. So let's get in that kitchen and make lemon curd cheesecake. Come on.
Warning! Side effects may include closed eyes, moaning, and second helpings.
Whatever.
Yep.
Here I have 140 grams, that's about 5 ounces of animal crackers. These are excellent at making crusts for cheesecakes. You could also use a digestive biscuit or your favorite crust, but make sure it's quite plain. We need to chop these up. I'll use my small chopper. And we want them fine, like breadcrumbs. Beautiful. To that, I'm going to add about 38 grams of sugar. That's 3 tablespoons. Another quick zhuzh. And to that, I'm going to add 57 grams unsalted butter, and I have melted that. And it should look like wet sand. How easy was that? I have a 9-inch springform pan that's about 23 centimeters. I'm just going to dump that in there. Spread it around. We want to cover the entire bottom. This does not come up the sides. I like to use a flat bottom glass to get it nicely compacted and right up to the edge.
Right then, let's pop this little darling into a preheated oven, 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 165 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 18 minutes until it's ever so golden brown.
All right, that was in there for 15 minutes. Beautiful golden brown. And we need to let this cool completely. Here is my total sugar for the filling is 250 grams, but I'm going to take about a quarter cup out of it and drop it into my blitzer. And to that, 1 tablespoon finely grated lemon zest. Smells wonderful. We're just going to pulse this a few times to get the lemon blended right in there with the sugar. Lemon sugar. Pop this back onto your sugar and set this aside for a few minutes. Into my bowl, I'm adding 680 grams of cream cheese. It's at room temperature, so it's very soft. I'm going to beat that for just about 2 minutes to make sure it is lovely and creamy. That was all of 1 minute. Clean down the sides of your bowl. Here I have 4 eggs. We are going to add 2 at a time. Mix until combined. Clean down your bowl before you add the next 2 eggs. That is looking lovely. Clean your bowl one more time. Clean your paddle. Now let's add our sugars and beat that until it's well combined. You know it, another clean down. But that is looking beautiful. To this we're going to add 1/4 cup of lemon juice, that's 60 milliliters, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Mix these to combine. And finally, let's add 120 milliliters of heavy cream. That's about 1/2 cup. And mix that gently just to combine. We're not trying to get any air into this. Beautiful looking. My crust is cooled. Since we're going to be using a water bath, I'm just using a roasting pan. I'm going to place this in here and we're going to bring water up to about 1 inch onto this, just halfway up the side. But I don't trust these pans. They are not waterproof or liquid proof. I'm going to wrap it in aluminum foil just up the side. Beautiful. It's got a little halo. The water bath helps to cook it evenly. This also helps prevent the edges getting brown and overcooked. I'm going to put this into the pan, like so. I'm not going to put the water into it now. I'm going to put it on the shelf, pull the shelf out, and then put the water in. Otherwise, there'll be a disaster. I'll burn myself. So I am using basically hot tap water that came out of the faucet. All right, with that set up, I'm just going to give this a quick stir, and I'm going to pour it right in. All right, off to the oven. I have adjusted the rack to lower center oven, and with that safely in there, I'm going to add my hot water. And this water is from the faucet.
Right then, pop it into your preheated oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 165 degrees Celsius for about 55 to 60 minutes. You're looking for it to be slightly puffed up and set, but still with a cheeky little jiggle in the middle.
While the cheesecake's in the oven, let's make a very quick and easy lemon curd for the top of it. Over low heat and in a non-reactive pan, I'm going to add 80 milliliters, that's a third of a cup, of lemon juice. We're going to heat it, but we're not going to let it boil. Keep an eye on it. Stay close to it. Here I have 2 large whole eggs and 1 extra yolk. Just going to whisk these to combine. This is hot, it's steaming. I'm going to turn it off for just a minute. To our eggs, I'm going to add 100 grams of sugar. Mix that in well. Beautiful. I'm going to add the warm to hot lemon juice in a very slow, steady stream. Put something under your bowl to keep it steady. I don't want to cook the eggs. And continue to stir, just a few drops at a time. So basically we're tempering the eggs, which means just bringing them up to temperature slowly. If I were to bung all of that in there, my eggs would scramble. And it wouldn't even be a good scrambled egg. It would be horribly sweet. It's okay to take a break a second. There we go. Heat's off. My saucepan is warm. I am going to return this to the saucepan. I'm going to grab a whisk that will not scratch my pan. Heat back on, just to medium. Yep. And stir this. This is going to thicken. Sure, it's going to thicken now in a few minutes. It is, yeah. Sometimes my accent. This is going to thicken in about 2 to 3 minutes. And we can temp it. The temperature should be around 77 degrees Celsius, that's 170 degrees Fahrenheit, but you will notice this thicken. Stirring constantly, and I can see it beginning to thicken already. I'm going to stick a thermometer in there for a second, off the heat. 167, 170, 171. No more. Off the heat. Continue to stir. To that, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of cubed, very cold butter. Stir that in. Here I have 15 milliliters, that's a tablespoon of cream, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, and a pinch of salt. Stir that until everything's combined and the butter has melted. And it has. I mean, how quick was that? So easy. And you get beautiful lemon curd. This is delicious. Put it in a jar, put it in the fridge, have it on toast or a bagel or any pastry you like at all. I like this particular recipe because it's quite tart and it goes really well with our creamy cheesecake. I'm going to pour this into a bowl until we need it. We don't want a skin to form on the top of this, so we're just going to use some cling film. And I'm placing the film directly on the surface of the lemon curd. This is too hot to put in the refrigerator. I'm going to let it sit here for half an hour or so once it cools down. Then I'll put it in the fridge until we're ready to use it. Okay, it has puffed up around the edges. Beautiful. It still has a jiggle in the center, right there. I just stuck a thermometer in it a few moments ago, and I was at 155 degrees. The oven's off. I'm returning this to the oven. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to put a wooden spoon here to keep the oven ajar. And it's going to stay in there for 1 hour. All right, it's been in the oven, it has been turned off for 1 hour. We are just going to remove this from the pan of water. Pop our cheesecake on a cooling rack. Take a knife and just run it around the edge of the pan all the way down. There, so just run a knife around the edge. We are not taking it out of the pan. We're going to let this cool completely on this rack. It'll take a few hours. This has been in the refrigerator for several hours. So now it's time to get our lemon curd on there. Give the curd a mix up. So the cheesecake is pulled away just a tiny bit from the side. First, now we're going to fill that in. So add your lemon curd. Spread it around. And we're not looking for a work of art here. We're just looking to get it reasonably evenly spread across the top. Just going to use an offset spatula that'll take it all to the edge for me. It doesn't have to touch the side of the tin, it doesn't matter. I just don't want any cheesecake to be shown, because when we get it out, we will clean up the edge. I'm just going to loosely cover this again, either with foil or with some cling wrap. No need for it to touch the lemon curd this time. Pop this into the refrigerator and we'll bring it out in an hour or so and take a slice and give it a try. Can't wait. Let's pop it out of its container. Moment of truth. There's always a little fear at this point. Fear is good. Yes. Just going to pop it onto a cake stand. Let's see if I don't drop it. Here I have some hot water, and I'm going to use the offset spatula. Dry it, and then just run it around the edge, just to smooth it out a little bit. That is gorgeous. Time for a slice. I've put the knife into the hot water, and I'll wash it off in this hot water for every cut, because I want a nice clean cut here. Oh, that should be just the right amount. The knife just slides through it. Look at that creamy cheesecake. Oh, it's from me. I wish I could give you some cream. I'll just put a little dollop of it on it. This is unsweetened cream. There's nothing in it. You really don't need any more sugar. I didn't leave it long in the fridge because I really wanted to try this. It smells delicious. I smell lemon. All right, that's it. Have you ever seen something so creamy? Creamy and dreamy. Knock me over with a feather. The real tanginess of this lemon curd, and that goes into the creaminess of this cheesecake. It's absolutely, it's sublime. It really is. It's divine. That's what it is. It's really a pucker fest going on in my mouth right now. It presents beautifully, and let me tell you, it freezes really, really well. This cheesecake I have been making for over 30 years. It is my favorite lemon cheesecake ever, and it is a favorite of a very special person in California by the name of Xavier, who has been asking me to make this recently. So, Xavier, this one's for you. I wish I could send you and everyone else a slice of this because it's worth the time and effort you put into it. While I have this, a word from Kathy.
What's a girl gotta do? Like, comment and subscribe. Don't make me come visit. You know I would.
Please make this cheesecake. You will not regret it. Your friends will love you for it. Make new friends. Make a lemon curd cheesecake. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. I'm just smiling because of this puckery, lemony goodness that's going on in my mouth. Anyway, thanks a ton for your support, and until next time, mind yourself. Bye. Pucker up, baby.